China has always been seen as a dream market for global companies. If a brand could succeed in China, it often meant massive growth and profits. But today, the situation has changed. So, according to a Reuters report from October 2025, many global companies are now struggling in China, while homegrown Chinese brands are becoming stronger and more popular. So in this presentation, I'll explain what is happening, why global companies are facing problems, and what this tells us about international business. For years, global companies entered China because the opportunity looked huge. China has a very large population, a growing middle class, and strong demand for products such as cars, fashion, food, and also technology. Brands like BMW, IKEA, Nike, Uniqlo, Nestle, and Starbucks all expanded into China hoping to grow sales and build long-term success. At that time, being a foreign brand was seen as an advantage. But international business conditions do not stay the same forever. The main issue highlighted in the Reuters article is that many global companies are now struggling in China. China's economy has slowed down and consumers are spending more carefully. So as a result, foreign companies are seeing lower sales and weaker profits. Some multinational firms have even said that China is no longer as easy or as profitable as it once was. This has forced global companies to rethink how they operate in the Chinese market. One major reason for this struggle is strong competition from local Chinese brands. Chinese companies now produce products that are high quality, innovative, and usually cheaper. In many industries, local brands are taking market share away from foreign firms. This shows that global companies can no longer rely only on their international reputation to succeed. A very clear example of this problem can be seen in the car industry. According to Reuters, foreign car makers such as BMW and Mercedes-Benz are selling fewer cars in China. At the same time, Chinese electric vehicle makers like BYD and XPeng are growing quickly. These local companies offer electric cars that are often cheaper, more innovative, and better suited to Chinese consumers. This has made competition extremely tough for foreign car brands operating in China. This problem is not limited to cars only. In retail and fashion, brands like Nike and Uniqlo are facing stronger competition from local Chinese clothing brands. In food and beverage, even global names like Starbucks are competing with local coffee chains that offer lower prices and flavors preferred by Chinese consumers. These examples show that homegrown brands are winning across many industries, not just one. Another important reason global companies are struggling is the business environment in China. Chinese consumers today are more careful with spending and often prefer brands that feel local and affordable. At the same time, companies must deal with economic uncertainty, policy changes, and strong domestic competition. These factors increase risk and make international operations more complex for foreign firms. Because of these challenges, many global companies are now reviewing their strategies. Some are adjusting prices, some are changing product designs, and others are cutting costs or restructuring their operations. This highlights an important lesson in international business. Companies must adapt to local market conditions or risk failure. So, to conclude, the Reuters article shows that China's market is changing. Global companies can no longer assume automatic success just because they are big international brands. Strong local competitors, cautious consumers, and a challenging business environment means that international business success now requires deep local understanding and constant adaptation. Thank you.